Year, and welcome to Growing for Good with Funding for Good in 2016. We've sort of been out of play for a couple of weeks, taking some vacation and much needed time with friends and family, and I just wanted to check in with you tonight and talk with you a little bit about resolutions and your new year. And that's Leo playing with his new squeaky toy that we just bought him 10 minutes ago. So that's probably going to happen every once in a while for the next however long I talk. As you go into your new year, I wanted to talk to you just for a second about how I get ready and stay motivated for anything new, whether it's a trip I'm going to take, or my next year at my job, or the second year in my business, or whatever it happens to be. I don't really do resolutions because when I don't accomplish them or something happens and I kind of get waylaid, I feel like I failed at something. So instead, I try to focus on making to-do lists and things I'd like to try to do during my year or month or week or trip or vacation or whatever it happens to be. I do a lot of to-do lists. And I don't always finish everything that I have on my to-do list, but at least I have my list and I can look forward to it and I can check things off as I accomplish them. And I encourage you to do similar things in your work. When we're talking about grant writing or fundraising, there can be lots of new things you can do. Maybe one of your goals this year is to be able to write a thank you letter every time someone sends you a donation. And I have one friend who, as an executive director of a nonprofit, she never deposits a gift or a donation in the bank until the thank you letter has gone out. And that's sort of her checks and balances for herself to make sure she's done what she needs to do. Maybe that's something you want to do this year. Or maybe you want to pick up the phone and call every donor that gives when their gift comes in. I know that a lot of nonprofits do that and find it very successful in aiding them in their donor retention rates. For this coming year, I'm probably going to add a couple of things to my list that I didn't accomplish last year, just personally. And I actually pulled out my calendar from last year because that's where I write things, because I keep my calendar with me. I'm a little old school and I don't use a lot of online calendaring. I use a book. But anyway, I'll share with you some of my goals from last year that were personal, and then talk with you a little bit about my professional goals for this year and what we're hoping to do here at Funding for Good. Last year, I wanted to learn how to make homemade barbecue sauce. Glad to say we accomplished that goal. I wanted to learn how to make crepes, and I'll say that I purchased the crepe pan. I went to a friend's house who makes crepes and learned how to make the batter, learned how to make the crepes, but I have yet to actually make them here at my house. So it's on my list for this coming year to learn how to do that, and I accomplished a portion of that from this past year, but not the whole thing. I also wanted to learn how to make popsicles, homemade popsicles from scratch. Got lots of great recipes, and I went as far this past year as to purchase the popsicle molds, but I haven't tried to make the popsicles yet. So I've accomplished a little bit of that one as well. Wanted to learn how to make broccoli patties, and was able to accomplish that. It's one of my fiance's favorite dishes from Mexico, and his mother came over and taught me how to make them, so I was very excited to learn that process. I wanted to learn how to make creme anglaise, and I tried to make it, but it broke in the middle of the process, so I'm going to have to try that one again. I would like to learn how to make butter sage sauce, which I haven't done yet. Obviously, a lot of my goals revolve around food because I like to eat. And I want to learn how to make truffles from scratch. So those are some of my goals from last year. Some I accomplished, some I didn't. I have more for this year, but I'm really looking forward to working with my clients and doing some great new things. I'm going to be writing my second book this year, and I'm excited about that process. Again, it's going to be a book on impact and grant proposals, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going back to the Best Friends Conference, and I'm excited to have some new products and some new resources for all the folks out there. So that's going to be a big goal of mine this year. One of my goals during my work day is to take care of myself a little bit more than I did last year. I sat a lot last year. A lot of you know I had some pretty significant back issues throughout the year last year, and have finally gotten to a point where my back is better. And so I have a standing desk that's sitting right there on the floor that's going to be going back here. So probably during the next video, you're going to see a standing desk back here. And I'm going to be doing a lot more standing. And I'm also going to be taking breaks throughout my day a little more often to walk, whether it's walking Leo or doing yoga, but moving around a little bit, sitting at my desk less. So those are some goals that I have for this year. And we have a lot of other things that are going to be coming up, but I just wanted to check in with you at the new year and say I hope that you guys are excited. I hope that you're motivated. I hope you have a plan, because it's really hard to be successful in the year without a good plan to move forward. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of wonderful new things in our vlog, and we're going to really try to have one every week. So if you have any suggestions on things you'd like to hear about, anything you need feedback on or ideas for, please feel free to make comments in the section below. Join our family on Facebook and on YouTube under Funding for Good, and we will check back in with you about this time next week. So I hope you all have a wonderful week into the first week of January, and make an impact wherever you are. Thanks. See you.